Well, an upstate sheriff has reached his limit with what he says are the failures of the judicial system.
David Taylor of Union County called circuit court judges in South Carolina a joke. He sat down with News 13's Evan Donovan, and he joins us live from our Greenville News Center.
Evan, why does the sheriff feel like the system is letting everyone down?
Well, Larry, after two recent cases where repeat offenders were arrested for the same crimes that they'd just been sentenced for, Sheriff David Taylor says something needs to be done about the South Carolina judicial system.
The system is just putting these people back in society, and we're continuing to chase the same people.
When it comes to law and order in South Carolina, this lawman says there's not enough order.
We're seeing a revolving door court system. We deal with the same people time after time.
Sheriff David Taylor says one example is DeMorris Davis. After pleading guilty to possession with intent to distribute drugs last week, Taylor says he was caught again less than a week later with 5 ounces of marijuana. William Wallace had just finished 2 years probation for arson when Taylor says he tried to set fire to a house where his mother and aunt were sleeping inside.
We're not talking about one incident here. We're not talking about just Union County. I've talked to sheriffs surrounding us that are dealing with the same situation, the same frustration that we're dealing with, and it's got to be addressed.
South Carolina has 49 judges for the state's 16 circuits that handle major criminal offenses. Those judges are elected by lawmakers in Columbia, unlike North Carolina, where judges are elected by the people. Last week, State Representative Phyllis Henderson recommended changes to South Carolina law to make sure judges are held more accountable.
When we have circuit court judges that come up for reappointment, and we have some next year, we're going to look at their record. And if they're letting people out of jail that shouldn't be out of jail, we're not going to support them.
Sheriff Taylor's frustration was focused on the circuit judges. He says solicitors are actually doing a very good job at enforcing the law. He says he'll support any kind of changes that would keep repeat criminals off the streets. Reporting live in the Greenville News Center, I'm Evan Donovan, News 13.